You're watching The Final Takeaway. Subscribe today and share this channel on all your social media platforms so we can inform, educate, and engage with viewers far and wide. And yes, turning on your notification bell is a must if you'd like to receive instant updates every single time we post a video. Hey friends, welcome back. We're keeping a close eye on the political landscape in Guyana, and we hope to bring you more content on politics, especially as we move closer to the 2025 elections. With that being said, it looks like the Alliance for Change, the AFC, is attempting to secure a huge chunk of the proverbial pie if it agrees to form a coalition with the leading opposition political party, the People's National Congress Reform, PNCR, led by a Party for Unity, APNU. And when we say a big chunk, we mean a lot of percentage of the pie. Grab your chair and a cup of tea and let's talk politics as the two major political parties continue to negotiate to decide if they will contest the upcoming national and regional elections individually or as a team. We understand that the parties have until midnight to decide. We are reliably informed that the leader of the AFC, Nigel Hughes, revealed his party has two proposals, or conditions if you will, for teaming up with the PNCR APNU party in their quest to defeat the governing party, the People's Progressive Party Civic, PPPC. Let's take a quick look at what those conditions are, allegedly. So what's the AFC's first proposal? According to a source, Hughes and the AFC will only agree to a coalition if and only if he could lead as the presidential candidate, allegedly. So the first question that comes to mind is, where will that leave APNU PNCR leader Aubrey Norton? The icing on the cake is the second proposal by the AFC. The party allegedly proposed a 40% slice of the deal. In other words, they are willing to join forces with the APNU PNCR if the AFC secures 40% shared governance, while the PNCR APNU will hold the larger share of 60%. Percentage-wise, it sounds like a solid proposal, but when you take into consideration that an AFC candidate will be the presidential candidate, it's an immediate cause to pause. Technically, the AFC will wield more power with that type of proposal if accepted, regardless of whether the PNCR APNU party wields 60% power and authority in governance. We understand that what the APNU party has in mind is for its leader, Aubrey Norton, to be the presidential candidate and for the AFC to secure a 30% maximum governing power. Norton was elected as the presidential candidate at last year's biennial delegates Congress for his party. As a sidebar, the parties were eyeing a consensus third candidate who we understand is a gentleman by the name of Terrence Campbell. Well, that went out the window quickly after a no-confidence vote by the PNCR. Hughes said a few days earlier that he was willing to step aside to allow a consensus candidate to lead the coalition. He feels the consensus candidate can unite the opposition parties and lead them to victory. We're not sure if there's another consensus candidate, but we do know they have a midnight deadline and it's 10:33 p.m. Hughes told the media last Friday, quote, "I'm personally prepared to step aside from the presidential candidacy in favor of a third-party candidate who can unite the opposition for the good of the country. Earlier today, Aubrey, Norton, and Nigel Hughes were feeling positive about a potential coalition and continue to try and negotiate an outcome that will be favorable for all stakeholders. Norton told the press that he expects the AFC to submit its proposal in writing. Talks are still ongoing and the parties have until midnight, as I've said, to reach an agreement, as today is the last day for this to be done.